Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? This is a quick live stream. I hope, let me pull a little bit. I'm in public though. I hope everyone can hear me and I hope I'm clear. So let's give it 2 minutes to get people come into the stream. This was supposed to be yesterday, but Mambo Kevo, our pipeline. Oh, God, I'm trying to get good lighting, good angles for good lighting. Hey Kevo, how are you doing? Okay, all right. I think there's a delay from my end showing me. I see we have 35 people watching, 40 people watching. I'll be here briefly. Just having my a little snack. Hi KG, how are you doing? So I'm doing this quick live stream, kind of to, but it's a mess. It's very. This was Yeah, so I'm doing this quick live stream because I've seen a lot of concerns in the comments on the last video. I've been here for about I've been here for 2 weeks and some few days here in Cape Town. And the last video I posted about mockup, yo. I hope if you've watched, you've probably seen the comments. So I came here, of course, for every country. I always share and say, I'm in the country. Anyone who's interested, we can collaborate. I mean, it's not fast. Let me make it clear. It's not anyone's responsibility, and none of my subscribers, none of you is entitled or must show me around. It's my choice to travel, right? I've made that choice to travel, so I understand that. So I can't say, "Oh, why are you not showing me around?" No, I decided to travel, so it's my business that I travel. But while at it, let it also be, I'm here, I'm paying my bills, I'm doing everything on my own. If it's not pleasing you, don't also have that sense of entitlement. Because I reached out, nobody commented, nobody responded. There's someone who gave me some contacts, and all their contacts, I contacted them, they did not come through. Yet in the comments, you're busy attacking me that, oh, why are you using foreigners? Why are you using foreigners to tell our story and stuff like that? Anyway, so before I came here, I talked to a South African YouTuber who connected me with some people, and I can go on and on, but let me welcome someone. I'm going to be doing this live stream with someone, some friend of mine here, who's been very helpful, especially for this trip to South Africa. Hi, Tenji.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing?
We're all good. I believe we're good. I'm good.
Yeah, as good can be, given the circumstances. I'm so disappointed in my people, both the content creators, friends, and just the general public.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just so disappointed. I think we have shown how ununited we are. Like for
Mm-hmm.
content creators, I gave you some contacts, and not only is it good to collaborate, but it's even better to collaborate with a bigger YouTuber who's more traveled, who's going to introduce you to an international audience. But still, they didn't see that as something that would be helpful to them. Forget them helping you. Now I'm thinking about them helping themselves. These are content creators. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, your subscribers. You have subscribers from South Africa. Even if you didn't know you had subscribers from South Africa, but from the comments that we have seen, clearly you have South Africans who are watching you. But none of them are
Yeah.
coming with the solution. None of them are saying, hey, you are in the wrong place with the wrong person. Let's meet up. I'll show you where you should go. I'll take you there as a South African. We are just always ready to fire, always ready to blame, but we are never coming forward with any solution. So I'm really disappointed in my people. And I even introduced you to some friends who are not even content creators. No, you tell that story. Don't mention people's names, but tell me how they treated you. These are my friends that I introduced my African sister to.
No, actually, I got here on a Saturday. Then I was to meet one of the people you gave me another person. So I met the other person. They said they would be here on Sunday. They didn't show up on Sunday. So on Monday they showed up in the afternoon. We went to shoot. Unfortunately, it's hard for me to even post that vlog because it's hanging, like it's hanging, because we had gone to shoot in certain, he said we are going to shoot in a certain neighborhood, which is like one of the townships that people are telling me I need to go. So we went there, we shot this certain place where we shot, and then after that we had to continue. There's a place, there's some monuments, I don't know, there's the monument, the seven monuments or something, to also mark their pricing, that I don't know what. So we went, but then when we got there, after we shot for a while, it was like, no, it's not safe. It doesn't come. Like, you have to come from a certain township in order to shoot in that township. So because this is not a township that it comes from, so we could not be able to shoot in that particular township, which is very understandable, because of course I have cameras, safety is first. Like, that's great. When someone tells me that, I'm like, it's okay. So he said we will do it the next day with some people from the area. So I wait for him the next day. He didn't show up in the morning. When I was ready, the time he had agreed to meet at 9, he told me, oh, he's been caught up, he's kind of busy, he'll come in the afternoon. Okay, so I stayed indoors. I'm like, okay, it's okay. Let me edit some videos that I shot, and then in the afternoon we're going to shoot. In the afternoon, he didn't pick my calls until, okay, I don't like bothering people, so I said I'm not gonna bother, so I'll just go out and make videos on my own. So then, because the person didn't respond, so the next day, that's when there's that video I shot alone in the streets of Cape Town. So the next day, like, I'd been in the hotel like 2 3 days not doing anything. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm paying bills, I have food to buy, I have all these things to do. So the next day I went and I shot in the streets of, I think you saw that video, alone in the streets of Cape Town. I shot that video, and then I came back, and then one of my subscribers, who has a tour company, saw my struggles, reached out to me to show me around. And of course, he gave me his guides to show me around. What's wrong with that? I mean, I like, even besides, before then, there's also another friend who actually tried, actually a subscriber, sorry. There's a subscriber who also, I'm very sure if he watches this, he could even call in, but he could have called in live. But on the way coming to meet me, he got robbed. Him and the father, on the way coming, he got robbed. So I waited for him. After a while, I get a call from a different number. It's like, oh my, you just got robbed. Even yesterday, I met with him, and on his way back, they also tried to rob him, but he didn't have anything. He had hidden his money. So, like, these people who are telling me, oh, you need to go to this place, you need to go to this place. How can I go alone when this guy clearly is South African? He's been drugged twice. He was even telling me he's now feeling traumatized because of the experience. Like, how? And then someone else watching my video, a subscriber, has a tour company, has reached out to collaborate, to make videos with me, to show me around, has given me tour guides. Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Uh, Before I continue, let me just explain to those who are watching. I am currently not in South Africa, which is why I couldn't do it with African Tigress. I'm currently out of the country. So if I was there, we would have done stuff together. and which is why I referred it to friend. I introduced it to friend that I thought, and funny thing is, all those friends are in the creative space, so I thought it would be easier for them to work together, to collaborate, to go to places, and I don't know. I'm just disappointed, and especially at the comments that are now attacking. Because as content creators, when someone comes to a country, it costs a lot of money. There's no sponsorship that's taking her to South Africa. It's not South African story. It's her own money from her own pocket that she works hard for. So she's not going to come to South Africa and just relax in a hotel room just because there are no South Africans willing to help her. And if there are people who are in South Africa and are telling her that they know the places, of course, she has to do the right thing, which is to go with them. And also, what I find even more heartbreaking is that number one, yes, maybe some of those people may not have 100% facts, but it could have been the same with a South African born and bred in South Africa. Not everyone knows everything about the place or the country. Like we look at the same thing differently. What I might think is safe might not be safe to you. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all that potato. And also, if it was a white content creator from America who was being shown South Africa by a white content creator from Holland, I don't think there will be so much backlash. So my question is, why do we hate ourselves so much as Africans that we would think that just because someone is not born in South Africa, maybe even born in South Africa, but because they don't have the access compared to South Africans now, they are the same with it should be a problem. Would it have been a problem if African Tigress had come to South Africa and had a French guy showing her around? For me, it's just so disappointing. And when you think of South Africa, this is a problem that has nothing to do with content creators such as African Tigress that come to South Africa. It is a political problem that South Africans need to correct. I don't know if it's political or whatever it is. But when you come to South Africa, from the moment you land at the airport, the Uber you are going to get is not South African. Whether you get an Uber or a taxi, the driver is not South African. So where are you supposed to get South African? Go to a restaurant. The person who's going to be serving you is not going to be South African. So when are you expected to get South Africans that you are going to interview? As content creators, this is where you meet people. I often travel when I create content. I get on a cab and I start talking to the cab driver or the Uber driver or whatever we are talking. But when you get to South Africa, have you taken any Uber or public transport and have you met any South African drivers?
For me, to be honest, I've taken more than 10 times, not even one. Not even one of the cab drivers I've taken was South African, like, not even one.
Have you eaten at any restaurant or you are at a restaurant now? I'm sure at least 90% of the staff there, if not 100%, are not South African. So
You're right.
more than anything, this is exposing what South Africa is. The tour people that have reached out to you, if they are not South African, like how is that supposed to be your problem? How
Exactly.
is that supposed to be your fault? These are internal issues that we as South Africans should really look into and deal with if we have a problem with them. Uh, and also to think that we have so many people that respect you and follow you and love your work, but none of the South African followers, except for that one young guy who got robbed on his way to come and see you, have come to say, come, I'll show you my township, come, I'll show you my suburb where I live, come, I'll take you to my university. None of them. Why is that?
You're right. You're absolutely right. Only that guy is the only person who can even came. I met him yesterday. Also yesterday he came because I'm leaving today. He came to like say goodbye to me, and he got robbed. The first time he was coming to meet me, he got robbed. So the rest are just watching. Some I'm seeing in the comments, like even connected on Instagram or so, and even from the time I was getting the visa application and everything, I informed them that I was going to come to South Africa. And they just gave me contact. None of their contacts came through. No one responded. So I'm like, okay, then why are you attacking me? You know very well the situation now. You know your contacts didn't come through. You know I'm doing this. I've spent my money, so I'll go with the flow. So, like, what I want people to know is I appreciate the subscription. I appreciate people watching my videos. I appreciate all that, but I don't want anyone to feel entitled that they can order me or control me or tell me you don't like you've not given me money to do the things you want to do. Like, you're telling me to go to some suburbs. Some are not even safe. You've not given me security. You've not given me anything. Like, what do you expect? Like,
And also, can I just get in when it comes to what people are saying you should do? You did videos, one where the rich live in South Africa, where rich people hide, which is it's the fiber of South Africa is segregation. Where you go where there are rich people, there are going to be white people. Where you go where there are poor people, it's going to be black people. So it's not the content creators' fault that they are exposing the reality of the country. If you're gonna in other African countries, when you go say to Nigeria, you go to Lagos, you go to Banana Island, you're gonna find majority black people. It is not the same in South Africa. It is not the case in South Africa. You will not. You will find black people, majority black people, or 100% black people in the shacks, in the townships, and it is not the content creator who's creating South Africa to look like that. Maybe this should be taken for us, because sometimes when you're sitting in a situation, you don't realize what's really happening. But when you're looking and watching it, you're like, this is the reality of South Africa. Unfortunately, it is the reality of South Africa. Black people, black South Africans, we don't own any business. We have a few tenderpreneurs who only get the tenders because of their political connections. We all know that. We cannot hide it. And we don't really have entrepreneurs. Even if you go to hairdressers, it is not South African women who are doing other people's hair. It is even men from other African countries. Even if you were to go to any hairdressing salon now and see if there are South Africans who are owning them or who are working there. Go to the townships, go to any spaza shop, and come back and tell me if they are owned by South Africans. And if there's any South African who is watching, please let me know if this is this is a lie. Which in a way it's embarrassing. I wish I was there, because being a South African, I would have taken you to some places. But in me taking you to those places, I would have had to uh, make sure that I hide the reality. Because if you do not know, you go straight to what you think should be South African, and it's your fault if it's not. As a South African, I would have known which areas I will take you, and which, like people are saying here, they want Zulu traditional dances. I would have taken you there. I'm a Zulu myself, and I'm very like close to my tradition. I would have taken you to such places. But what you have shown is not something you are making up. It's the reality of South Africa.
so the issue is not even about the reality. It's not about that. Just the fact that people have issues with my content. They're like, oh, why can't you get a local? I would tell you, like, right now I'm at Sea Point. I'm in this market, Sea Point. There's this Mojo market. If I went around and asked people where they come from,
Mm.
you know, most of them would probably be.
Unfortunately,
So, and apart from that, someone told when I was telling someone, it was like I kind of struggle meeting people here, like South African locals and something like that. And then someone's like, "No, we don't come to the CBD. It is not safe." So, like, what? Like, how do you expect? And then you go in the comment
I
section
was
and you're
supposed to
attacking me
go there.
like they say, "Oh, we cannot." Well, I'm like, I'm not meeting lots of in the CBD or these areas. I'm not meeting lots of South Africans, and then they're like, "Oh, we don't come because it's not safe for us." So if you know it's that, then why are you complaining about me doing videos with people who are not? But that shouldn't actually be a problem. I've been to several countries. When I was in Senegal, the person is there's even not the person who picked me from the airport in Senegal showing me around and all that was African American. Senegalese didn't say anything.
Mm.
When I was in the Gambia, African American, someone from the UK, Guinea Bissau, and all that, like, what people from different countries. So, like, I don't understand. I mean, does it matter? Does it matter who's showing me around? If you're not showing me around and I'm doing it my way, like, let it be okay.
Yeah. I wish we also had South African content creators who showcased South Africa and showcased South African places, tradition, and such. Because a majority of our content creators mimic American culture and American content creators.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if you had South African content creators that were showcasing South Africa, you would have a page to pick from. You'd know these are the places I want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just feel bad that you are getting the backlash, and I don't think it is your fault. And I don't want to defend South Africa, but a lot of the things that are happening in our country, as South Africans, we are not aware. Just like how we talked about, you, even when you try to go, okay, I'll go to this place of business. Okay, I'll ask my Uber driver. It's not your fault that they are not South African.
Exactly.
Uber are not coming out to help you. It's not your fault.
Yeah, someone is saying we're not complaining about it's about the information. No, it's not. If you look at all the comments, maybe you didn't say, but a lot of people in the comments were attacking me, like personal attack. It was a personal attack. It was not some even calling me names. Some saying I hate South Africa. Why would I hate? I don't hate anywhere. Like, why would I hate South Africa? It's a very beautiful place. It's just
Why
that
would you turn
from
up
the
to
comments,
come to a
from like like, why would I spend my money to get visa to come here or buy ticket if I hated the place?
mm,
Nigeria is my
yeah,
friend and she's South Africa.
I don't think you would come to a place. It hurts when people are saying things you do not like about your country. It's like when people are saying bad things about your boyfriend, even if he's abusive, it hurts, and you defend him. So South Africans have every right to defend South Africa, uh, because even that false information, it was false information in favor of South Africans. Nobody would be saying the guy was saying false information. It must have been
Mm-hmm.
hurtful comments. So that's probably why people got upset. I'd be upset if you said some nasty thing about my person that
Mm-hmm.
I'm in love with. So we are in love with South Africa. So that's probably why we want people to always say good things about South Africa. And I think as a country, we need therapy. You know how we are going through these lockdowns? I wish we had done that when we got our freedom back. Because I feel like we didn't heal, but we are always displaying our anger and to the wrong people, not the people we should be mad at, because
Mm-hmm.
nobody ever attacks the BBC for all the things they say about South Africa. Nobody ever attacks even our local media for all the negative things they say about Africa. We have not even content creators, like journalists from big international broadcasting corporations that come to South Africa. They will never talk about the airport. They will never talk about the five-star hotel where they stay. They will never talk about the five-star service that they get in the Michelin star restaurants. They will always talk about the orphans in Soweto. They will always talk about children with flies on their face. But we never complain. But we are the ones who are going to France, and we will never talk about a hospital with people suffering from gonorrhea. We are always the ones who are talking good things. We're always the ones who are looking for the Eiffel Tower. So maybe we as Africans at large need to change our mindset and also go to these so-called first world countries and take photos of their potholes and take photos of their homeless and videos so that we can show. Because we feel like if it's a white man that's exposing our poverty and negative things in our countries, it's okay. But the minute it's one of us that's showing things that we don't like to see about our country, it's then we get mad. We get mad at them. Why do we do that?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just seeing the comments. I'm looking at your comments. I'm just seeing the comments. So at least I've just made it clear. Like, there's absolutely no way, in case you're joining, there's absolutely no way I'm traveling, spending money, paying my tickets and all that, and staying in a hotel because I'm not getting a local person to show me around. It's no one is entitled to show me around. No one, no. Just because you've subscribed to my channel, I don't expect you to show me around. I don't expect you to give me connection or whatever. But let me create my content. You don't like it, don't attack me. That's what I do. If you offer to show me around, well and good. If you don't, I do it my way. I go my way. I do, like, I'll figure out, because after at the end of the day, I traveled. I didn't consult anyone to travel. It was my choice. So people should not, the entitlement, just because I'm a creator, no one should be feel entitled to my content or feel entitled, why did you do this, why did you do that. I do what I'm able to do, so don't just come at me or don't even try insulting me, because I'm going to block you. If you don't like my content, I mean, I think millions of videos are
You know what?
posted on YouTube every day, every minute.
Uh, you know what, African Tigress? For me, I would like to take this and challenge South Africans, both content creators and non-content creators, to pick up their phones and go and shoot the right content. That's what I love about such spaces as YouTube, because like you don't need anybody's permission. Like you go and shoot and show us what should have been shown. Show us the right side. Show us what we should be watching. Like tell us the truth.
Exactly.
Because if you are
Mm-hmm.
complaining, which means you know the right side of the coin, show us. If you are watching this, you
Mm-hmm.
have a phone, and chances are everyone who has a phone these days has a smartphone that has a camera. Shoot the
Uh-huh.
content, show us. If you are scared, you don't want to go to say the CBD or the place where the content was shot is too far. Just sit in your lounge, just record, tell us the facts, tell us what is missing so that we can learn. Because we come to this place to learn. We can go to the same place and we will never tell the story the same. If me and my sister, who were born, battered by the same mother, grew up in the same house, eating the same food, if you asked us about our childhood or about our mother, our story is not going to be the same. So you cannot expect every person to tell the story your way. So if you're not
Exactly.
happy, then tell us of the story.
Yeah, I see someone saying, I don't want us to just go back and forth, but I think we've already said it. Like, I've already said it. Um, not so many people have seen tourist guides are South Africans. No, so many taxi drivers, so the taxis have boarded as South Africans. So maybe even some of the people who are saying this, maybe I've never been to Cape Town to understand it. Because I was even talking to somebody, I was like, Cape Town is nice. Like, it's the most, like, in terms of infrastructure, especially the city area, Seapoint, and these suburbs and all that. Like, it's the best I've seen in the countries I've been to. Cape Town, to be specific, the suburbs, the city infrastructure, like even getting around and all that, it's the best. But it's cold, not just cold, the weather. Like, how can I put it? It's not easy to, like, really build connection with people here.
Mm.
Everyone else is either on the move, everyone else is a tourist, or everyone else is moving. You really don't get to meet locals as much who stay here. Yeah.
I just wish the backlash you are getting could be using the same energy to white content creators and white broadcasting corporations. And I wish South
Yeah.
Africans could step up and then show the world the version of South Africa that they want to show. So after Cape Town, what's the next stop? Maybe we have people who are gonna say they are there and they'll show you around. And
I'm going
what's
to
the
go
next step of the
on.
Cape
I'm going on a road trip from this evening. Just different stops along the way. On the garden route. On the garden route all the way. I want to go to Lesotho. So Lesotho will be the next country. But I'm going to be in South Africa maybe for 2 3 days as I'll be making stops along the way on my way to Lesotho.
Town?
Yeah.
So if there are people, please. There's a comment that I wanna read here. It says it's from Andrew Gumuni. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
even suggested you had free hotel accommodation and the guards were for free. Did you get any
No,
people
I've
coming
paid
forward
my
to give you?
no. I've paid all my accommodation up to last night. And the guides, like I said, the tour company, the guy saw the video because he watches my video. He saw my video and he offered to give me tour guides. So I don't see the problem with that.
I'm just
At
so
least,
sorry
at
that
least
you.
that is someone
I
that's, and they're like, oh, that's not a South African. It's actually a South African company. The couple, like the couple who own the company, one of the partners is South African. They're like, oh, it's not a South African. No, one of them is not South African, yes, but has lived here over several years, created employment, giving people jobs and all that, added so much value to the country, and the other partner is South African. So do we say because your wife is not, or your partner is not South African, so it's not a South African company?
mm,
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be South African. I mean, it's an African. We have lots of tour companies in Kenya that are not owned by Kenyans, and I've never had people say, "Oh, why is this company doing tours and they are not Kenyan?" I don't understand.
next year you must come to South Africa. We will plan, and I'll make sure that we are in South Africa together. And I'll take you to South Africa. I'll take you to my province, the only province with the surname in South Africa, KwaZulu Natal. It's you will love it. It's full of history.
I
You're
would
gonna
love
meet
to
some
visit.
great.
I would love to visit
So
that province.
yeah, we'll arrange, and you will come to South Africa, and we will see. I'll take you to my South Africa.
Uh huh.
With you.
Says of
Yeah, I
course.
like this. I like the comment.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. Just a quick one, and thank you so much. Oh, actually, Tenjiwe, for those who know, Tenjiwe was very very helpful. Hold on, just a second. Hello. Yeah, Mojo. Okay, how far are you? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So as I told you, I'll be leaving. I'm actually leaving about now. So for those who don't know, Tenjiwe, she does. Okay, let me just drop a link to Tenjiwe's channel. She helped me a lot with paperwork, and Kenyans need a lot of things to come to South Africa. Tenjiwe helped me a lot with the paperwork and everything until here. She even tried to give me connections of people to show me around, just that it didn't really work. But you can go check out her YouTube channel. She's Tenjiwe Comedy. She has a very big active Facebook page as well. Yeah, market yourself.
Thank you so much. For those of you who do not understand Zulu, please check me out on Tenjiwe Unplugged, because that's where I do English content. Tenjiwe Comedy, majority of the content might not be confusing to you because a lot of it is in Zulu. although I do try to put subtitles. But on Tenjiwe Unplugged, that's where you can follow me. That's my lifestyle channel. Please do follow me on that one. And we are definitely going to be redoing South Africa. I'll make sure that I am in South Africa. We will collaborate, and then
Mm-hmm.
I will South Africa. And also, I don't think people should be upset that we were interviewing foreigners, because it's just the real picture of South Africa. Is the reality of South Africa. Yes, we have
Mm-hmm.
foreigners. So what? Just like I don't know. It's just that for me, especially us Black South Africans, when we say foreigners, we forget the Italians, we forget the Indians. We will call a Zimbabwean a foreigner before we call an Indian man a foreigner. Like, you can walk to Zimbabwe, but
Mm-hmm.
we are quick to accept a European and Indian as one of our own before we accept our own brothers. We forget that before the colonizers came, we were one. Countries were something that came with the colonizer who came to divide us, divide and rule. And I feel like we're still uh, making them win by looking at each other as different. I wish we should really, I really, really pray that Africa would stop the self hate that we have. Because together we can do so much better.
Sure, sure. So I've dropped, someone is asking for my contact. My email is theafricantigress@gmail.com. And also I've dropped a link to my Instagram. Feel free to contact on any of that. Okay, so thank you so much, Thanjiwe. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for everything you did before and even, after I've been here. I was supposed to be here because I was like, okay, I'm kind of struggling here, and because I don't like struggling anywhere I go, I'm like, okay, if it's a struggle, I leave. So the reason I actually stayed and had another experience, I'm so glad for the tour company that supported me, because they took me to some places I would not have, because I was just supposed to leave by Friday, like a week, 1 week later, because it just felt like it was not working. But the tour company, I'm so grateful. They really took me to places and all that. And I'm seeing someone, no, it's not about the information. No, it's not about the information. So I don't have a problem with people correcting information. Even me, I make mistakes even in videos in Kenya. I mean, trust me. If you watch my videos, you'll see people correcting me. Watch my recent video I did about Nairobi, you'll see people correcting me. No one knows everything. You'll see, yeah, just correct without being insultive. Correct. Like, there's a difference between correcting and attacking and insulting. So those are different things. I like my video in Kenya. There's a place I said, oh, this place derived its name from, because that's what I know. Some places have been existing before I was born. So the information I know is from what I'm taught, or from what I'm told, or from what I read and research. So I could be wrong. So no one knows everything. You can correct information. Every country I've been to, when you go to the comment, you realize someone will say, oh, it's a nice tour. However, this place, this is what should have been. Or this person said this, but this is what, it's very normal. No one knows everything
Even the
completely.
textbooks can be wrong. The
Yeah.
textbooks
So,
can be wrong.
uh-huh.
Mainstream media has been wrong so many times.
Uh-huh. All
So
right. So,
mistakes are made, but also constructive criticism is a lot more different than attacks.
all right. All right. So because I'm leaving, so thank you so much, Thinjiwe. I appreciate. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, and best of luck with the rest of South African tour. And I can't wait to meet up with you in a beautiful country. I don't know where, very soon. And then South Africa
Yeah, we
next
can
year.
plan.
We're coming to
Sure, we
South
can
Africa.
plan on meeting somewhere. All right. So thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thanks to everybody who joined the stream. Thank you, Kaden. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate the love and the support. Keep supporting. Keep keep supporting. Keep showing love. And yeah, just know that I. I just know that I don't take insults or attacks lightly. You can correct me, but no one is allowed to insult me because I'm just creating content. So yeah, so thank you so much and have a lovely evening. So see you. And if you know anyone or if you're from Lesotho, I would appreciate. I'm on the way. I'll be heading to Lesotho. So yeah. Until next time, goodbye.